All right. And today, speaking of red, we are talking about your best red. We are going to be breaking down your best red for each of your seasons, your color palettes, and then we're going to get into red makeup as well, your lipstick, the right red for you, which you should be wearing. So,
And you know what else? I thought I would start this off by saying there were some famous people in history who had red as their signature color. They always wore red.
Taylor Swift.
And Nancy Reagan. She was
Taylor Swift.
okay. Well, red was considered back in the day kind of a risque color to be wearing out and about. And so it was Nancy Reagan who popularized it and said that's her favorite color.
Back to red. Speaking of Taylor Swift, the red out. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about the color red. All right.
We are.
Here are your four color palettes. What red looks best? Now let's break down each color palette because up on the top left, we have our spring palette, which is going to be those vibrant colors, and they're going to be orange based reds, yellow based reds, leaning towards orange, vibrant.
Poppy.
So our spring is going to be a vibrant, think golden blonde, golden skin
a little
tone.
more toward the warm side of red,
Right.
not orange. You know, we don't have to go that far, but springs wear red lipstick really well. Like
yellow base, yellow base red lipstick. Yeah. But she's been super soft lately. She's been super cool. So I think she might be leaning toward when she goes golden blonde. I get it, but right now she's like in the old money blonde look, hair look, and that's kind of leaning towards summer, which we can talk about summer. What is summer? Summer is bottom left. So all of our summer colors are going to be soft because summer is a soft season, and they're also going to be cool because summer is a cool season as well. So what summers do we
I
see?
want to say something that's really important. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm a painter, and that's one of the things that I love to do. And my father was a portrait painter, and one of the things he taught me about skin tone and hair and whatever is that you want to make sure that everything is bathed in the same light. And so when we're talking about the perfect red for you, one of the ways that I can visualize a perfect red for Sarah, for example, is I take her hair color, and in my mind, I mix a little bit of that, Indian red, burnt sienna kind of color into pretty much everything to make it look like it's bathed in the same light as Sarah. So with a little bit of that Indian red, burnt sienna mixed in with red, you get kind of what she's wearing today.
And the same for our summers with you. If you were to mix in your
little bit of gray,
slight bit of gray into your red, you would have like a softer, not pink, but
muted.
Yes,
it mutes,
soft.
It brings it down. And the same is true of springs. You just dab in a little golden blonde color into your red, and it'll just take the edge off. Now, the one red that you don't have to mix down is winter, because
our
winter,
lucky winters.
Yes,
and
winter,
our bottom right that we're showing. Yes, bottom right winters.
Winter is considered a clear palette. And by clear, it means it's high contrast. It's not muted. It's not soft. It's not. It's just pure. And that's why in your palette, if you have dark hair with no red or gold highlights, you're likely a winner. Clear eyes. If those are your characteristics, you'll look fantastic in jewel tones. One of those jewels would be a ruby.
Oh, yes. So that's a beautiful lipstick shade for winters, is that ruby red. Ooh, gorgeous on you because they have such high contrast. And we should say, if you're a winter, you're probably going to have cool eyes or brown. You're going to have a lot of contrast between your hair and your skin tone. So like dark hair.
If you're a green-eyed winter, there are clear green-eyed winters.
Yes.
I know Elizabeth Taylor had supposedly violet eyes, but there are a lot of women with black hair. It's kind of like a black Irish thing, black hair, green eyes. When you're a winter, nobody can do Valentine's Day clothing that's out there in the marketplace better than you.
That is very true. Absolutely. You get the true reds, you get the icy pinks. I mean, come on. Valentine's Day is made for winters.
It's made for you. But that doesn't mean that those of us who are other seasons can't look a little further, find some color that's a little more sophisticated, a little, muted, tweaked, complex, your
Right,
perfect shade of
right.
red. And one thing about the seasons, and this is something that you need to remember, the red lipstick that I can wear will look really red on me.
Mhm.
And it'll look like I'm wearing a red lipstick. And they're like, wow, look at you rocking the red. If we were to put it on a winter, it would look
It would look
rose.
soft.
It would
Yeah,
look
it would look
rosy. It
soft.
would it because they're so high contrast and I'm so low contrast. I am I think I'm ish. I'm grayish. I'm not really, there's nothing on me that's really vivid. And so I have to mute down my red lipstick in order for it to look like I'm wearing red lipstick and not, some fire engine on my face.
Right, very true. And I know you mentioned autumn palette earlier. She was saying if you mixed in some of Sarah's hair color, you'd get that autumn palette. Now check out the autumn palette in the top right. And as you can see, imagine taking some red, a pure red, and mixing my hair color into it. You'd get kind of like that sienna, red sienna brick
So
color.
you're making it all look like it's, when we're done with you guys, we're going to have you painting. We're going to have you mixing color on palettes. But here, this is a case where you're bringing everything in so that it looks like it's bathed in the same light.
So here are your 4 color palettes, the best reds for each of your seasons. And then I want to move on because I'm excited about lipsticks. I found these really cool images of some of the celebrities in their favorite lipsticks. So now we have our warm seasons that we're going to take a look at. And we have Emma Stone, Rihanna, and Margot Robbie. And all of these 3 ladies are in a warmer red tone. And I wanted to showcase some of these red shades because there's multiple different versions of it. On the far left, Emma Stone, this is what we talk about, like that autumn, that deep, the rich, soft, muted, but also rich and warm. I mean, really, it's hard to encompass that
fire.
That
it's
color
like,
lipstick.
it's like fire.
Right. It's gorgeous. And that looks amazing, amazing, amazing on autumns. You're thinking also like Beyonce, with the warm skin tone, the golden brown hair, J-Lo, yes. Once again, those warm, rich reds. All right, so our next model is Rihanna. She has this really warm red lipstick on. When I say warm red, this is a bright, a vibrant red, which is interesting because she is warm. She has warm skin tone in this, and she has warm eyes, but usually she has her jet black hair. This time, she went really golden brown. So it's nice because she made that switch because usually we see her in those blue tone based lipsticks.
Yeah, it's almost like a deep plum. That's kind of her signature. And that goes with the black hair when she's doing the black hair. And the one thing I've noticed is when she's doing the black hair, her skin tone becomes less golden.
Right. It
And
cools it.
it's not like you just go out and you change your skin tone. I mean, obviously you can tan or whatever. But what's happening is our eyes make adjustments. And it'll pull color from here and bring it over here. And if you've got a lot of color around your face, you'll have some reflected light on your face, and then your eye wants to blend all those together. It's working in your brain, and the light waves are reflecting in your eyes. That's where you're seeing the color. And there's a lot going on in your brain. So we try, when we're teaching people about color, we try to make sure that they know that they're in the right season, their right season. That has to do with, their hair color and their eye color and a little bit of their skin tone, and make sure that that's correct. But we also like to teach people about color optical illusions, because if you understand how crazy a color optical illusion can be, you understand that color is magic.
Right.
And you can put it to work for yourself.
And that's why sometimes, like say you just got your hair done, it ends up looking a little brassy in the light of the salon, but you get outside and it's like a beautiful golden blonde. That happens. And it's lighting, it's what you're wearing. It kind of just wants to merge everything together. And even when you're in the wrong season, that's what happens. Your skin tone can look dull because it's taking some of that saturation out. Your hair can go slightly green. We see that a lot.
It'll draw you down.
Yes.
You'll lose your jawline, which is a crazy illusion. But
it makes your face look a lot thicker.
Often when we're draping people and putting them in color and having them look in a mirror, and we lift the wrong color off and then have the right color there, under their chins, it's almost like somebody switched on a light for them. It was their personal spotlight. And that's what being in the right color will do for you. It's like a personal spotlight. It'll give you a facelift. It'll make your teeth look whiter. It'll make you look rested. It'll even make you look like you've lost a little weight.
Right. And glowy skin. It does it all. Everything you want, it does it. And it does it instantly too.
Instantly. So, yeah.
That's what happens when you wear the right color, the right makeup, the right clothing. Everything is creating that color harmony. That's what it's all about. It's creating the harmony around you. All right. So we have to dive back into our last warm lipstick with Margot Robbie. Okay. And what's interesting is Margot Robbie, I think she might naturally be a summer or a winter. I can't decide. But here, she's golden. She's golden blonde. I mean, a whole flip. Here what we got. And this lipstick looked incredible on her. This orange fiery lipstick is insane. So
you dress your hair. Right. I mean, if you want to make it really simple, if you have light golden blonde hair, warm golden blonde hair, move your lipstick shades a little more toward yellow, little orangier. If you have black hair with no red or gold highlights or brown, like an ash brown, move it back over toward the cool side and give yourself plenty of contrast. If your hair is gray or ash blonde, kind of like mine, dust it down. Just add a little mutedness to whatever you choose.
Right. Or it's going to have the color is going to be too vibrant for you.
It'll look like it's wearing me.
Right. And we usually say it arrives in a room before you. If a color that you're wearing is arriving in the room before you, then it's not your best color.
Yeah. Sometimes Sarah went through a phase where she decided that, yes, I'm an autumn, but I want to rock deep plum lipsticks. And I just want to do it because I like it. And I said, fine, you do that. And she would go out. And so often people would go, oh, I love your lipstick.
Yeah.
And while she was doing this, she became, the girl with the red lips, the girl over there with the red lips. And everybody was like, oh, I love that lipstick. It was all about Sarah's lips. But they were seeing her lips. They weren't seeing Sarah. And I, that's something you may choose to do. And she just wanted to rock that blue-based, rich, deep lipstick for a while.
And I loved it.
She loved it.
And that's perfectly fine.
And she'll still do it. I've seen it.
Yeah. And but it is going to arrive in a room before you do. So
look at those lips.
Yeah. That's perfectly fine. And speaking of those blue-based red lipsticks, let's take a look at our cool lipsticks here. We got on our first.
Which you love. I'm sure you're like going,
I know. I love cool, like just those vibrant reds and those deep, rich. I love it. But our first one is Adriana. And I mean, she's like the typical winter that we talk about, the black hair, the cool eyes. And of course, she can pull off that like stunning blue-based red that's so vibrant and perfect in all the winter colors.
Ruby.
Yes. I mean, that's kind of like our typical gorgeous. I also had like Megan Fox is another one that's like the typical
Snow White.
winter.
Snow White was winter. And
did she have blue eyes?
I'm sorry, Rose Red. Excuse me. I picked the wrong Disney princess. Rose Red. She had black hair. I don't know what, she was in some fairy tale and we'll look it up later. Look it up. She had black hair.
If any of you guys know.
Very red lips. Who was the Disney princess with black hair and very red lips? And she is a great icon for a winter. Cinderella, great icon for summer.
Summer, yeah.
Brave. Merida.
But she has vibrant red hair, but she still wears the greens.
Yeah, I think it's not as, I don't think it's as ragingly vibrant as one would think. But what other Disney princess is warm and a deep?
Warm and
Pocahontas?
Maybe. Does Pocahontas have brown hair?
I
want to say she has like
probably
gold,
black,
but I think it has golden in it.
Yeah.
All right, we will do a whole episode on Disney princesses and their
the seasons of the Disney princess, and you
there
guys are welcome to add your comments in terms of
help us out, guys. Name some princesses.
That we've got
Moana. Wait, no, Moana has black hair, doesn't she? All right, so we went over Adriana Lima. Now we have Lily in the middle. Once again, winter. She has a lot of contrast between her hair, her eyes, and her skin tone. That means she can wear a contrasty lipstick, which is that deep plum. It was actually kind of challenging finding a celebrity like that was in a really deep plum. Like I saw some Selena Gomez.
Who always wears it and always wears it beautifully. Lily Collins.
That's who I have.
Oh,
Lily
is
Collins.
that who that is? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful.
But I was also thinking Selena Gomez. She does a really good job. I didn't want to do Selena because I feel like I use Selena as like an example all the time.
And sometimes Selena's hair.
Oh, when she goes golden.
Based on the lighting, on the runway or whatever.
Remember?
She'll look a little odd.
Yeah. Remember when she went platinum blonde? That was a time too. Well, everyone changes their hair.
And you know what? You rock that.
Yeah.
If you want to change your hair and go totally something new, the cool thing is, so many people go, oh, I changed my hair. I looked ridiculous. Oh, I looked horrible. Oh, my goodness.
Well, it's probably
because you didn't change your wardrobe color to go with your hair. And
Mm-hmm.
all of it is of a piece.
All right. So our last model, Shay Mitchell, wearing that gorgeous red. I mean, come on. Look at that. Another winter. Just rocking the red, blue-based red lipstick that looks so stunning. I wish.
Stop it.
I wish. I love it.
Stop it. And you know what? We'll get Sarah to put her blue-based red lipstick on. She's beautiful. She looks beautiful.
It does. It does look good. But of course, it's just not the autumn.
I will tell you one thing that it does is it sucks a lot of the color out of her face. So it makes her look very pale.
Yeah.
And by pale, I mean porcelain, delicate, not pale in the sense that she looks like she needs to go to the undertaker, but it does pull what warmth that she has out of her face.
Somebody once called me Casper the Ghost. So I think we get it.
I think you called yourself Casper the Ghost when you were looking at pictures.
I'm pretty sure you called me Casper the Ghost. All right. So there you have it. You should screenshot of the 4 different seasons so you can see your best reds.
This has been fun. I love talking about red. Oh, I love talking.
Do you love talking about red? Because
talking about everything.
You never wear red. I think you just like talking.
I like talking. Yeah.
All right. So thank you for joining us. I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. All right.
We're here to talk about red. Red.
What are some
other names for red? Maroon.
Crimson.
Scarlet. Viridian. Rose.
Yeah.
Rose.
I'm having a hard time with this blush.
I know. Well, you have to keep doing these things for yourself or your brain will turn to mush.
Now that we're on camera, I'm totally blanking.
Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't matter. You guys think about all the names for red in your world. All the things that people...
What are all the reds we missed? Because I know there's 1,000. So please comment them all.